Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio. Good to have you with us for baseball action this afternoon here in Marshfield, our season opener on WOSQ and Zaleski Sports. Marshfield Tigers and Menomonie meet in this non-conference matchup today. I'm Gene Delisio with you. Rather cool day, temperatures in the low 40s, and a wind is rather brisk from the east, about 14 miles an hour, but nonetheless, fans are here getting set for the baseball season here in central Wisconsin. Marshfield Tigers hoping to do some good things this year, although two key members of this Tiger ball club right now are incapacitated. Tyler Kramer out for the year with an injury. Easton Ledden sidelined temporarily with injury as well. Those are big losses for this Marshfield Tiger program, but they have some good young talent in this program as well to see them through those setbacks. Marshfield and Menomonie today, a WIAA non-conference baseball game here at Safford Field. Once again, we're at Safford Field in Marshfield, adjacent to Marshfield High School. Jack Hackman Field being used today by the Columbus Dons in the ball game against Neillsville Granton. And the broadcast of that game now underway on 92.7 FM WPKG with Larry Hazer calling the action in that ball game over at Jack Hackman Field. Marshfield and Menomonie baseball this afternoon here at Safford Field in Marshfield. We'll come back and visit with Tiger baseball coach John Southworth as our pregame report continues in just a moment.
So he's out for the year. And then just recently, one of our senior outfielders, Easton Ledden, I think it probably happened in wrestling, but he might be able to run and hit, but he's not going to be able to throw, and he'll be having surgery here shortly.
Well, Coach, beyond those two young men, tell us about some other returners this year, where they fit in this season.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Jake Sadowska, our shortstop, and he'll do a little pitching for us, 3-year starter. Really good player, probably one of the best shortstops in central Wisconsin, if not the state. Jake's a really good player, likes to play baseball, really fun to watch. Mason Anderson, returning catcher, and he'll be doing some pitching this year. Hit 350 last year, really good player. Just a real asset. We've got Tyler Cum, who does some pitching for us, quite a bit of pitching, left-handed pitcher. He's going to plays the outfield. Bryce Shoddy, our left fielder from last year, is back. Dayton Bugar, outfielder, first baseman, he'll pitch today. He's back. So we've got a lot of returning seniors. Jackson Wernberg will be playing a lot for us in the outfield. We've got Easton to hit a little bit for us. So those are most of the returning guys.
How about some young men who are not returning who impressed you in preseason?
Yeah, we're going to have a junior, Brody Carl, is going to play center field for us, and he can catch. Really nice player. He's come up through the system. Really does a nice job. We've got a freshman catcher, third baseman, Jackson Zaleski. Really, really good player. Going to take him a little time to get used to the difference between club ball and varsity baseball. And John Will is going to play second base, another freshman. Pretty nice player. We'll just see how it works out at this level. Dylan Langhoff played a little bit as a freshman for us last year at the end of the year. He's first baseman, corner outfielder, can pitch. So those are Mason Polga also will be with us, sophomore, really good infielder. So those are most of the newcomers. So.
Well, Coach, how about your coaching staff for this year?
Yeah, really, really good staff. Couldn't be happy with that. Josh Metz is back. Josh is the Legion coach. He's been here a long time. Does a really, really nice job. Preston Wagner is one of the JV coaches. Preston, former player. He is back for a second year. Then we've got Ben Will helping us out. Ben's got a lot of experience in club baseball. Does a really, really good job. And then Logan Homoka has a job in the school district, and couldn't be happy to have Logan. I coached Logan one of my first years coaching, and played at University of Wisconsin Stevens Point. Just a real asset. So really, really nice coaching staff.
Pre-game comments from Marshfield Tiger baseball coach John Southworth. Tigers facing the ball club from Menomonie today in a non-conference contest here at Safford Field in Marshfield. We'll come back with more of our pre-game report following these messages.
And playing in center tonight will be Liam Asher. The Mustangs are coached by Matt Schaff. Now for your Marshfield Tigers. Leading off for the Tigers tonight, number 3, shortstop, Jacob Sadowska. Batting second and pitching, number 13, Dayton Bugar. Batting third and playing third, number 5, Jackson Zaleski. Batting cleanup and catching, number 7, Mason Anderson. Batting fifth and playing in right field, number 22, Tyler Cum. Batting sixth and playing in center, number 4, Brody Carl. Batting seventh and playing in first, number 10, Dylan Langhoff.
Marshfield and Menomonie this afternoon. High school baseball here at Safford Field in Marshfield. Kind of overcast conditions. Temperatures in the low to mid 40s today, but lots of fans out here very eager to get this baseball season underway here in central Wisconsin. Tigers out in their white uniforms, and Menomonie in black with white pants, black jerseys, white pants. And before this ball game gets underway, let's take a few moments for our national anthem. You're listening to Marshfield Tiger Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com. I'm Gene Delisio at Safford Field in Marshfield this afternoon for baseball between the Marshfield Tigers and the Menomonie Mustangs. Marshfield Tigers are on the field defensively. Here's how they line up for this afternoon's game. At first base is Dylan Langhoff. At second base, John Will. At shortstop, Jacob Sadowska. At third base, Jackson Zaleski. In right field, Tyler Cum. In center field, Brody Carl. And the left fielder is Bryce Shoddy. The catcher is Mason Anderson. On the mound, right-hander Dayton Bugar. Marshfield and Menomonie baseball this afternoon here at Safford Field. Once again, the Columbus baseball team facing Neilsville Grenton in Clovermont Conference action today at Jack Hackman Field. And that game just starting at this hour. And that game can be heard today on 92.7 FM WPKG. That broadcast now underway with Larry Hazer and Dick Olson calling the action in that ball game this afternoon. Wind from the east today. That means it's blowing across the field from right field to left field. We'll see if that has an effect on the ball game this afternoon. Temperatures rather on the cool side, low to mid-40s, but all in all, not all that bad for baseball this afternoon. Dayton Bugar getting set to close out his warm-up throws. Once again, the Tigers a bit short-handed on the mound because of the injury to Tyler Kramer, who would be their number one pitcher this year, but Tyler has a shoulder injury and likely will not see much action for the Tigers this year. That's a big loss. One of the premier pitchers in the Wisconsin Valley Conference not able to compete for the Marshfield Tigers this year. Dayton Bugar closing out his warm-up throws. We'll get this ball game underway momentarily here at Safford Field. A great blessing to have this facility here in town. Can be used for second ball games, as is the case today. Both the Tigers and the Dons can schedule home games on the same day, and one team can play over here at Safford Field, so that works out quite well. That's how we're handling the situation this afternoon. Menomonie Mustangs do have one game under their belt today. They won a ball game last week by knocking off the Altoona Ball Club, knocking off Wausau West by a score of 11-3. So Menomonie is 1-0 heading into this ball game. The leadoff man for Menomonie here in the first is shortstop Charlie Micasell. Batting right-handed. Bugar working from the windup. He sets himself. And here is our first pitch. It's shot back to the mound, grabbed by Bugar, underhands to first base in time for the out. One pitch and one out in the Menomonie first inning. Batting next is the Menomonie pitcher, Bailey Casey.
Batting second is number 12, Bailey Casey.
Casey batting left-handed. Bugar again from the windup, sets himself. And he throws here. Fastball over the knees for called strike one. Trajan Bogdanovich joining us for his take on Wisconsin sports. Wisconsin sports on the go with Trage. Now Bugar throws 1-0. Chop foul on the third base side of the play, 0-2. You can hear that program Saturday at 10 a.m., also Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Wisconsin Sports on the Go with Trage on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and WOSQFM.com. 0-2 on Bailey Casey. Stands back in, slightly open stance. And Bugar winds and delivers. A curveball hit foul on the third base side again on the play. Still 0-2. Not much happening today at Madison Field across the street here. There were some softball players over there earlier. Count still 0-2 on Casey. Bugar gets his sign from Anderson. Now winds and throws again. Popped up on the third base side. Anderson giving chase in foul ground. Comes near the fence but can't get there. Falls against the fence out of play. Count still 0-2. Mason Anderson catching for the Tigers. He's handled that job past couple of years. One of the key veterans back on this Tiger ball club this year. Still no balls and 2 strikes on Bailey Casey. He stands in once again. Bugar throws again. Curveball missed the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jacob Sadowska playing shortstop. Another key returner on this ball club. Tyler Cum in right field. Bryce Shoddy in left field. All veteran players. Bugar ready once again and throws 1-2. Comes way inside. And Casey backs away. The count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Normally Tyler Kramer likely to be the starter today, but with that shoulder injury, Tyler not able to go, and so Dylan Bugar moves up to that number 1 spot. Casey back in there, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bugar again gets ready, winds and delivers. And misses low and outside, ball 3. Well, Bugar got ahead of Casey, 0-2. Now he's gone full at 3-2. Casey back in there once again. Bugar shaking off Anderson, now gets ready. Winds and delivers, chopped on the first base side, and falls foul just outside the bag. Still 0-2. Now, Bugar retired the leadoff man, Mikasil, on 1 pitch. He's now throwing 9 pitches to Casey, the number 2 man in the batting order. Anderson behind the plate, moving his center fielder, Brody Carl, over a few feet. Now, Bugar winds and throws once again down the first base side, foul. Very long at bat here for Bailey Casey. Menomonie's number 2 man and their pitcher this afternoon. Not a real big guy, but has kept himself at the batter's box with a couple of foul balls here. Still 3-2 on Casey. And Bugar again from the windup. Delivers and misses down low for ball 4. So Casey down 0-2. Works Bugar for a walk.
Casey takes the walk, bringing in number 2, Taylor Mars.
The batter from Menomonie is the second baseman, Taylor Mars. He'll stand there in there batting right-handed. Here's some wind in the background. It's a breezy day. Casey edges off first base, held there by Langhoff. And Bugar checks him. Pitch to Mars on the way. That's in the dirt for ball 1, blocked nicely by Anderson. 0-1, or 1-0 rather. No score as Menomonie bats top half of the first. 1 out, 1 on. 1 ball, no strikes on Taylor Mars, the Menomonie second baseman. Also slightly open stance, batting right-handed. Runner goes, pitch on the way. A curveball is across for a called strike. Throw to second base is late. So Casey steals second base. The count on Mars, 1 ball, 1 strike. Menomonie now with a man in scoring position with 1 out here in the first. Anderson looks over to the first base dugout, gets some defensive instructions from Coach Southworth. Bugar checking the runner at second base. Now delivers. High fly ball to deep left center field. Shoddy goes back to the warning track. It hits the fence on 1 hop. Casey will score, and Mars to second base with a double. Run-scoring double for Taylor Mars of Menomonie. And the Mustangs grab a 1-0 lead. Next batter for Menomonie is the DH Landon Middlestad, batting left-handed. That ball really tagged by Mars. Bugar from the stretch. And now delivers a curveball. That breaks on the outside corner for a called strike one. So Menomonie on top, 1-0. As they bat top of the first. Runner at second base and 1 out. 0-1 on Landon Middlestad. And Bugar throws once again in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, there's not much dirt here. The infield at Safford Field is artificial turf. The outfield is grass. The infield is all turf, including the baselines. Here's the 1-1 pitch, a big curveball. Got the outside corner for a called strike. Ball and 2 strikes on Middlestat. Time called now, and Jacob Sadowska, the Tiger shortstop and a real veteran member of this ball club, trots in from shortstop. He wants a word with Bugar and catcher Mason Anderson. Jacob perhaps saw that maybe Anderson was not going through signs with that man at second base. That man out there, of course, can look in and see the signs coming. Bugar ready once again. He'll turn and he bluffs Mars back to second base. Normally when there's a man at second base, the catcher will change his signs, go through several signs, and there'd be a code for the pitcher to throw, like the second sign, the third sign, whatever the code is. Here's the 1-2 pitch, chop foul on the first base side. And it could be that Sadowska saw that Anderson was just putting down one sign, which would be readable to that man at second base. So Jacob called timeout, came in and said, hey, why don't you go through some progressions here? So the guy at second base can't alert the batter to what's coming. Bugar throws again, a curveball wrapped towards second base. Picked up by Will. He'll toss to first base in time for the out. And Mars moves to third base. Middlestad bounces out for out number 2.
The ground out brings up number 8, Kellen Turner.
Ball handled well by Marshfield's freshman second baseman, John Will. Only freshman on the ball club this year. Here's the Menomonie right fielder, Kellen Turner, batting right-handed. Bugar stays in the stretch here. Throws a curveball that breaks across for a called strike one. Our score is Menomonie 1, Marshfield nothing. Menomonie batting. Top half of the first, base runner at third base, and 2 outs. 0-1 to Kellen Turner. That's a good fastball over for a called strike. 0-2. Bugar's thrown a lot of breaking balls so far. Good fastball on that pitch. Count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Bugar ready and delivers a curveball that hits him in the leg. Turner hit by the pitch. Bugar attempting another breaking ball. That one didn't break too much. Just came in and hit him on the upper thigh. So base runners at the corners for Menomonie for the first baseman. Luke Beistel, the batter. Tall right-hander. Scoring chance for Menomonie here in the opening inning. They scored 1 already. We'll see if Turner's on the move at first base, held there by Langhoff. Bugar from the stretch. Pitches outside for ball 1. And Turner halfway between first and second. They'll let him go. Now Anderson throws it, but throws the ball into center field. So on that play, Mars scores from third base. And Menomonie leads 2-0. A delayed steal attempt by Turner trying to draw a throw. He did draw a throw, but not a very good one. As the throw from Anderson went over Sadowska's head into center field. So Mars scores on the throwing error by Anderson, making it 2-0. And Beistel at second base with 2 outs. Or, excuse me, Turner at second base. Pitch to Beistel. Misses outside for ball. 2 balls, no strikes. As of right now, that is an unearned run for Menomonie. 2-0 on Luke Beistel. Bugar ready. And fires a swing and a foul tip. 2-1. Menomonie attacking right away today. 2 runs here in the opening inning. They lead 2-0. Two balls, one strike on Luke Beistel. Bugar ready and delivers once again. And got the low outside corner with a good fastball. Count now 2-2. Costly error there by the Marshfield Tigers. Poor throw by Anderson, uncharacteristic of Mason, who's done a good job as a Tiger catcher the last couple of years. 2-2 the count. And Bugar throws. A swing and a miss to end the inning. Bugar's first strikeout today. In the first for Menomonie, 2 runs, only 1 earned on 1 hit. 1 error, a walk, a hit batter, 1 man left on base. After half inning, our score is Menomonie 2 and Marshfield coming to bat. Back to Safford Field and more baseball in just a moment.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
At first base, Dylan Langhoff. At second, I got the wrong side of the scorecard. Let's change that over and give you the Menomonie defense for today. At first base, Luke Beistel. At second base, Taylor Mars. At shortstop, Charlie Mikasel. At third base, Max Erickson. The right fielder, Kellen Turner. In center field, Liam Asher. In left field, Oliver Lugo. The catcher is Andrew Hoff. On the mound, left-hander Bailey Casey. Menomonie and Marshfield baseball today. At Safford Field in Marshfield, overcast conditions. Not much sunshine this afternoon, but no threat of rain right now. Left-hander Bailey Casey wrapping up his warm-up throws as Marshfield comes to bat here in the first inning.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 3, Jacob Zauska.
Leadoff man is shortstop Jacob Sadowska, batting left-handed. Jacob digs in as Casey looks around his infield, makes sure everybody is set. Working from the windup. Casey gets set and delivers. Breaking ball low and outside, ball 1. Menomonie leads 2-0 as Marshfield bats in the last half of the first inning here at Safford Field. Sadowska back in there. And Casey throws again. Low for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Jacob, a real mainstay on this Tiger baseball team last few years. Next pitch on the way. That breaks a bit high for a ball. 3-0. Jacob to play baseball next season at EW Eau Claire. Talk a bit more about that as the year goes on. Now Casey gets set and throws once again. On the inside corner, good fastball for a call strike, 3-1. Seen a lot of Jacob Sadowski at shortstop for the Tigers the last few years. He's done quite well. Pitch on the way, chopped to the right side and grabbed by Casey. Tosses to first base in time for the out. Nice play by the pitcher, Casey, leaping high on the backside of the mound to grab that hopper. And threw out Sadowski for out number 1.
Bringing up number 13, Dayton Bugar.
Marshfield pitcher Dayton Bugar now batting. Bugar stands in, batting right-handed, getting some signs from Coach John Southworth. But first, in fact, Coach Southworth comes down the foul line, wants to talk to Dayton personally about his at-bat with Bailey Casey. Coach Southworth has coached this Tiger ball club now for several years. Had a nice stand as the Marshfield American Legion baseball coach as well, and the current Legion coach, Josh Metz, serving as Coach Southworth's assistant with the Marshfield Tigers. Long conference here, I think mainly because the catcher, Hoff, needed a new glove. He broke a string on his glove, I think. So he went in and got a new glove, and now he's back out there, and the conference breaks up. And Bugar in the batter's box to face Bailey Casey. Bugar batting right-handed, open stance. The pitch by Casey. Over for call and strike 1. Most guys today use an open stance, but Bugar is a bit more pronounced. With that front foot playing down the left field foul line. Casey throws again. Fastball on the outside corner, called strike 2. Dayton Bugar pitching for Marshfield today. Gets back in there. Casey winds and delivers. Bit low for a ball, 1-2. Some baseball history today on this date in 1989. Toronto Blue Jays pitcher Dave Stieb tossed a one-hitter against the New York Yankees. Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way. And that's down low for a ball, 2-2. And that gave Stieb 3 one-hitters in his last 4 starts, dating back to the previous season. 2-2 on Dayton Bugar. He's back in there. Casey throws once again. A big curveball rides high for a ball. The count full, 3-2. Dave Stieb, a big right-hander, quite a thrower for the Toronto Blue Jays in the 1980s and the 1990s. Had a good career. Full count pitch on the way. Fly ball in the gap in right center field, and that will drop for a base hit. Dayton Bugar singles to right center field, and Marshfield has a one-out base runner.
Bugar singles to center, bringing up number 5, Jackson Zaleski.
Next batter for Marshfield is the third baseman, Jackson Zaleski. Another new man on this Tiger baseball roster this year. Quick conference between Casey and his catcher, Andrew Hoff. And that breaks up. And Zaleski stands in. Casey now working from the stretch as Bugar leads at first base, held there by Luke Beistel. Casey ready, and he throws down low for ball 1. Menomonie leads this ball game 2-0 as Marshfield bats bottom half of the first. 1 out and 1 on. 1 ball, no strikes on Jackson Zaleski, batting third for the Tigers today. Next pitch on the way. Nice breaking ball on the inside corner for a call and strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch had lots of break on it from Casey. Count evens at 1-1. Zaleski back in there as Bugar takes his lead. And Casey throws again. A big curveball rides outside for ball. 2-1. First game of the year, so pitchers likely don't have their best control today. Coach Southworth mentioned that his team did some scrimmaging last week up in Schofield. Count is 2-1. And Casey fires again. Line to the gap in right center field again, and the right fielder Turner comes on, makes a nice running catch in right center field for the out. And Bugar back to first base. Hit well by Zaleski, but tracked down by the right fielder Turner for the second out.
Number 7, Mason
And here's Marshfield catcher Mason Anderson standing in. Hitting for the first time today. Bugar edging off first base. Casey checks him, now throws. That ball hit down the first base side and foul ground, and the catcher Hoff comes over but drops the ball, overruns it near the Marshfield on deck circle. So it falls for a foul ball, and the count now 0-1. Tough catch for a young catcher, tough play. With so much backspin on the ball. Hard to handle those foul pop-ups behind home plate. 0-1 on Mason Anderson. Casey again from the stretch. Goes to first base, and Bugar dives back in safely. Wind picking up every once in a while. But fans are well-dressed, hanging in there, watching the ball game here at Safford Field today. 0-1 on Mason Anderson. Batting right-handed. Here's the pitch, chop foul behind home plate. And the count goes to 0-2. Seen a lot of Mason Anderson in recent years playing baseball for the Tigers, a real veteran on this Tiger baseball team. Boy, that front back foot right on the line, the inside line of the batter's box. Count 0-2. Again to first base. Bugar going the wrong way, but he gets back safely. He was leaning the other way, but just beat the tag from the first baseman, Beistel. Menomonie thought they had a pickoff there, but Jim Krieger on the bases disagrees. Still 0-2 on Mason Anderson. Casey gets set once again and delivers on the outside corner for a called strike 3. Marshfield in the first. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. After 1 inning, our scores Menomonie 2 and Marshfield 0. And more baseball coming up in just a moment.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
To baseball here at Safford Field in Marshfield. Marshfield, the Menomonie meeting in the season opener this afternoon. Menomonie leads by 2 as they bat in the top half of the second inning. Once again, the Columbus Dons baseball team in action this afternoon, meeting Neilsville Grenton at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield, and the broadcast of that game is underway on 92.7 FM WPKG with Larry Heiser and Dick Olson calling that action for us this afternoon. Rich Hole, by the way, our plate umpire today, and Jim Krieger is on the bases. Bottom third of the Menomonie batting order due up. Leadoff man, third baseman Max Erickson.
Leading off for Menomonie, number 10, Max Erickson.
Erickson batting left-handed. Dayton Bugar on the mound for Marshfield. And the first thing that Erickson does is step out of the batter's box. Back in there now. Bugar from the windup. Pitch on the way. It's a cross for a called strike one. Menomonie 2, Marshfield nothing. Mustangs batting top half of the second here at Safford Field. Here is the 0-1 delivery. On the outside corner, called strike two. By the way, for those of you not familiar with baseball in Marshfield, this is an unlit facility. But hopefully we won't go that long tonight with daylight causing a problem. No balls, 2 strikes on Max Erickson. Here's the pitch. And just missed the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bugar working from the windup. We do mention that during the course of our broadcast because so many guys go from the stretch these days. He throws again. Breaking ball low and inside for ball, 2-2. You see so many pitchers today that just use the stretch at all times. So when a guy goes from the windup, that's a bit odd these days. Both pitchers today are using windups, both Bugar and Casey. 2-2 on Max Erickson. Here's the pitch. Curveball high and outside, ball 3. Count full, 3-2. You're listening to Marshfield Tiger Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and ZaleskiSports.com. Full count pitch. Misses low for ball 4. Second walk issued by Dayton Bugar today. And Menomonie has a leadoff base runner. Batting next is the catcher, Andrew Hoff.
The walk brings up number 4, Andrew Hoff.
Hoff batting right-handed. Erickson edges off first base, held there by Dylan Langhoff. Bunt play is on, but Hoff takes low for ball 1. He was showing bunt on the play, but took the pitch down low. Hoff again checking the signs. Stands in there once again. 1 ball, no strikes. Bugar ready. Throws, no bunt here, but the pitch out on the outside corner for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Andrew Hoff. He's the number 8 man in the Menomonie batting order today. Spans back in there, 1 ball, 1 strike. Erickson edges off first base. Hoff again shows bunt, and the bunt is missed, but Erickson takes off and steals second base, although they may call that a foul ball. Yes, they will. Hoff did bunt the ball foul in the batter's box. So his count now 1-2, and Erickson back to first base. Hoff likely swinging away here. Bugar again from the stretch. Sets and throws. Popped up foul behind home plate and out of play. Count stays 1-2. Bugar now closing on 40 pitches already. We're only in the second inning. Good lead by Erickson. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball low and outside, blocked by Anderson. No advance. Count on Hoff now 2-2. Yeah, Erickson way off the bag on that play, but opted not to move on when that ball got away from Mason. 2-2 now on Andrew Hoff. Lots of pitches for Bugar so far today. He'll check the base runner once again. And delivers a swing and a foul to the first base side. Still 1-2. Coach Southworth, I'm sure, making plans right now to get that bullpen going at some point, as Bugar's throwing a lot of pitches here early in the ball game. Count on Hoff is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Down low for a ball. Runner is going. The throw is high into center field once again, but this time backed up by Sadowska. Erickson steals second base. Menomonie now 2 of 2 on stolen base drives, and the count on Hoff is 3-2. So Bugar has gone 3-2 to 3 of the first 8 batters he's faced tonight. Hoff stands back in there. Bugar from the stretch. And the full count pitch, a swing and a miss. High fastball thrown by Bugar, and Hoff couldn't reach it. Bugar's second strikeout. Number 9 man, Oliver Lugo, now batting for Menomonie. He's the left fielder.
The strikeout brings up number 21.
And bats left-handed. Bugar staying in the stretch here. Sets himself and delivers. Bunt third base side, a good one right down that foul line, but the Tigers let the ball roll foul. Good bunt by Lugo. Marshfield had no chance to throw him out, so Anderson, the catcher, and Zaleski, the third baseman, let that ball roll foul for strike 1. 0-1 on Oliver Lugo, back in the box. Langhoff comes in at first base. Zaleski even with the bag at third. Bugar ready once again. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Popped foul to the screen. 0-2. We mentioned the Columbus Dons meeting Neilsville Granton today in Clovermont Conference Baseball at Jack Hackman Field. The broadcast underway on 92.7 FM WPKG. Other baseball games around central Wisconsin today. Stanley Boyd is at Cadott this afternoon. 0-2 on Oliver Lugo. Bugar ready. He throws, half swing and a high fastball. He lays off, the count now 1-2. Rosholt at Pittsville this afternoon. Medford playing Abbotsford Colby at Abbotsford. Thorpe Owen Withy at Augusta this afternoon. Tomahawk at Marathon. 1-2 now on Oliver Lugo. And Bugar throws a curveball, racked to right center field for a base hit. Erickson rounding third base. He'll come home. Throw is cut off. RBI base hit for Oliver Lugo. And Menomonie leads 3-0. Hard hit line drive to right center field. Scores a run for Menomonie.
Lugo single, plates Erickson, and brings up
Menomonie now on top 3-0, and they go back to the top of their batting order. And shortstop Charlie Micasell will bounce back to Bugar to open the ball game today. Micasell batting right-handed. Lugo leads at first base. Here's the pitch, chopped on the third base side, rolling foul for strike 1. So it's Menomonie 3, Marshfield 0. Mustangs batting top of the second, runner at first base, and 1 out. No balls, 1 strike on Charlie Micasell. A Menomonie leadoff man today. Stands back in there, and Lugo off first base, held by Langhoff. Now Bugar gets set and delivers way outside for ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Also in baseball today, Drummond at Shawamigan. Sure, the weather conditions in Park Falls pretty good today for that ball game. And Myrtle at Wausau West. High school baseball action this afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike on Charlie Micasell. The pitch on the way, line to left field for a base hit between short and third. Lugo to second base. He'll stomp right there. Micasell single sharply to left field.
Micasell singles, bringing up number 12.
And here's the Menomonie pitcher, Bailey Casey, who walked and scored his first time up. Casey batting left-handed. Dangerous spot here for Marshfield pitcher Dayton Bugar. Casey digs in. Bugar ready. He now throws. Chop foul behind home plate for strike one. Menomonie on top of this ball game 3-0 as they bat top of the second. Runners at first and second, only one out. So a Mustangs threat here in the second inning. Casey back in there. Runners take their leads. Bugar gets his sign from Anderson, now gets set. And delivers. Chopped on the first base side. Knocked down by Langhoff into foul ground. He'll race to first base and get there just in time. The runners move up to second and third. That ball glanced off of Langhoff's glove as he grabbed the ball near first base and carried him to the first base coaching box. And over picked it up, came back and stepped on first base just before Casey got there. So Casey is out for out number 2. The runners move up. Lugo goes to third base. And Mikasel takes second base. 2 men in scoring position for second baseman Taylor Mars, who doubled and scored and drove in a run his first time up. Now Tiger baseball coach John Southworth heading out. And he'll meet with his pitcher, catcher, and infielders. Tigers already down by 3 runs. Don't want to get down any further. Mark Decker keeping the pitches today. He mentions that Bugar now is at 61 pitches already. We're only in the second inning. So we'll see some action in the Tiger bullpen probably pretty quickly. Again, that pitch count is 100. A high school player cannot throw more than 100 pitches unless you throw a couple of extra pitches to a guy you're already facing. But 100 is the limit. We're set to resume play, and Taylor Mars digs in for Menomonie. Runners at second and third and 2 out here in the second inning. Mars batting right-handed. He'll step out before Bugar throws and adjust his wristband. Now Mars back in there, number 3 man in the Menomonie batting order today. Bugar gets his sign, working from the stretch. And he now delivers a high fly ball to left field. Shoddy comes on, gets there, makes the catch to end the inning. Hit well by Taylor Mars, but right at Bryce Shoddy to retire the side. In the second for Menomonie, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, a walk, 1 man left on base. After 1.5, our score is Menomonie 3, Marshfield 0. More baseball coming up in just a moment.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Wisconsin shops at Gross Auto Group for 3 big reasons. No hassle pricing, lifetime warranty, massive selection, price to move. Gross Auto Group's no hassle pricing means the price you see is the price you pay. No back and forth, no wasted time. Our lifetime engine warranty means we want your new ride running for as long as you own it. And with 8 brands in 6 stores, Gross Auto has the ride you want at the price you need. 3 reasons, 3 towns. Gross Auto Group in Neelsville, Black River Falls, and Marshfield.
Marshfield Tiger baseball today here on WOSQ. Tigers and Menomonie meeting this afternoon on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com from Safford Field in Marshfield. Menomonie off to a 3-0 lead. Tigers have their 5, 6, 7 batters due up here in the second inning. Left-hander Bailey Casey throwing for Menomonie today. And closing out his warm-up throws. Now stake to a 3-0 lead. Leading off the Marshfield second is right fielder Tyler Cum. Batting left-handed.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 22, Tyler Cum.
Tyler, the number 5 man in Marshfield's batting order today. Bailey out of the windup. Sets and delivers. Low and outside. Nice breaking ball. A lot of break on that pitch. That's ball 1. It's Menomonie 3, Marshfield nothing. Tigers batting bottom half of the second here at Safford Field. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Chop towards second base. Grabbed by Mars. Tosses to first base in time for the out. 1 up and 1 down in the Marshfield second.
Runs out, bringing up number 4, Brody Carl.
The center fielder, Brody Curl, now batting for Marshfield. One of the newcomers on this Tiger baseball roster this year, batting right-handed. Carl stands in. And the pitch by Casey bounces in for ball 1. Marshfield Tiger baseball this afternoon brought to us by First Choice Credit Union, 1614 East 4th Street in Marshfield. They're people helping people in Wood, Marathon, Clark, and Portage counties. Member NCUA, make them your first choice. 1-0 pitch, rise high for ball, 2-0. That's First Choice Credit Union of Marshfield. Two balls, no strikes on Brody Carl, stationed in center field for Marshfield today. Casey gets set and throws again. Popped up on the right side. The right fielder Turner comes in. In shallow right, he'll make the catch for the out. 2 up and 2 down in the Tigers second. And first baseman Dylan Langhoff now batting for Marshfield.
Carl flies out to right, bringing up number 10, Dylan Langhoff.
Langhoff batting left-handed. Casey stays in the windup here. Sets and throws. Nice breaking ball, but misses low for ball 1. Menomonie leads it 3-0. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the second. Base is empty and 2 outs here at Safford Field. Now the 1-0 pitch on the way. Nice curveball again. This one is in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Casey throws a nice breaking ball. He's thrown that several times today. Count on Langhoff, 1 ball, 1 strike. Casey winds and fires again. Curveball chopped on the third base side. A fair ball in the left field corner. Langhoff to first base. He'll be stopped right there. Dylan Langhoff cues one off the end of his bat right down the third base foul line. Past the third baseman Erickson to the left field corner. The Tigers have their second hit today.
Bringing up number 9, Bryce Shoddy.
Now here's the Tiger left fielder Bryce Shoddy batting for the first time. Bryce also hitting left-handed today. 2-out base runner for Marshfield. Casey goes back to the stretch. Gets set and fires. Rides high for ball 1. Tigers and Menomonie baseball today. Shoddy slightly closed stance. Don't see that very much anymore. Next pitch drilled to left field and off the glove of the third baseman Erickson. He has no play. That ball hit hard the opposite way, and Erickson, the third baseman, got there, but the ball glanced off his mitt out to deep short. He had no hit and no play on the ball. Infield hit for Shoddy. And the Tigers have back-to-back infield hits here with 2 outs in the second inning. Brings up number 9 man, the second baseman, John Will.
Number 1, John Wills.
Will, a freshman. We'll see lots of him the next few years for this Tiger baseball program. Here's his first varsity at bat. Batting right-handed. Casey ready. Here's his curveball. It's on the outside corner for a called strike 1. Menomonie leads at 3-0. Marshfield batting in the bottom half of the second. Runners at first and second and 2 outs. 0-1 on John Will. Casey ready. Fires once again. Half swing. Ball in the dirt, and I think Rich Hole will call that one a ball. Count on Will now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Scoring chance for Marshfield here in the second inning. 2 out, 2 on. 1 ball, 1 strike on John Will. He stands in there once again. Casey gets ready. And now delivers. High for a ball, 2-1. John Will, the only freshman on this Tiger baseball roster this year, but has shown Coach Southworth a lot in preseason to earn that starting second base job. Count on Will, 2 balls, 1 strike. Casey throws again, a swing and a foul back. That may have gotten Rich Hole on the face mask. He says he's okay. Tough guy behind home plate today. Two and 2 on John Will. Rich Hole says he's okay. No problem after taking that foul ball on the face mask. Now Will back in there. Casey working from the stretch. Casey ready. And he steps off. The shortstop, Mikasel, running behind the runner at second base, Langhoff, to bluff him back. And Casey stepped off. Will back in there, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Hit down the first base side, but heading in foul ground at a play. Count stays 2-2. Nice crowd on hand today for baseball here at Safford Field. Marshfield and Menomonie starting their seasons today. A lot of baseball these next few months on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. Next pitch again, hit foul on the first base side of the play. Count remains 2-2 on John Will. Marshall trying to get back in the ball game, down by 3 here in the second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Casey gets set and delivers and just missed outside. Count full 3-2 with 2 outs. The base runners will be on the move with this pitch. Will back in the batter's box. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Casey ready once again. And the full count pitch. Hit in the air to deep right field. Turner goes back. He gets there, makes the catch to end the inning. Hit well by John Will, but tracked down by Kellen Turner to retire the side. In the second for Marshfield, no runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 men left on base. After 2 innings, our score is Menomonie 3 and Marshfield nothing. We'll come back with more baseball following these messages.
Due up for Menomonie in the third are Middlestadt, Turner, and Beisball.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Leadoff man for Menomonie here in the third is the DH Landon Middlestad, who bounced to second his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Middlestad, the cleanup man for Menomonie today, facing Marshfield right-hander Dayton Bugar. First pitch, hit back up the middle, and into center field for a base hit. Middlestad singles to center to open the Menomonie third inning. Fourth Menomonie hit today. Batting next, the right fielder Kellen Turner, hit by a pitch, his first time up. Marshfield and Menomonie baseball today from Safford Field in Marshfield. Turner stands in, batting right-handed. Bugar from the stretch position. Sets and goes. Here's a line drive off of Bugar's glove. He'll grab it, go to first base for the out. Middlestad off with the pitch. He takes second base easily. We'll check in and make sure that Bugar's okay. That ball hit hard right back at him. And Eaton got his glove on it, almost caught the ball, but it glanced off his mitt out towards first base. He recovered in time to throw out Turner. And on that play, Middlestad takes second base. The batter for Menomonie now is the first baseman Luke Beistel, who struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Beistel, tall, right-handed batter. And Bugar working from the stretch. Sets and delivers. Down low, gets away from Anderson. He can't find the ball, and so Middlestad takes third. The count on Beistel now, 1 ball, no strikes. And Menomonie has a base runner at third base with only 1 out. One and 0. Tigers bring the infield in at the corners. Halfway at second and short. 1 ball, no strikes on Luke Beistel. Here's the pitch. Bounces in, gets away from Anderson. Again, he can't find it. And here comes Middlestad with a run. And the Mustangs now lead 4-0. That ball in the dirt, glanced away from Anderson, rolled down the first base foul line. And when Middlestad saw that Anderson couldn't find the baseball, he took off and scores. And the Mustangs now lead 4-0. The count on Beistel, 2 balls, no strikes, with the bases empty and 1 out. Bugar ready. Winds and throws a curveball, a big swing and a miss. High breaking ball. 2-1. Well, construction now underway in a new on-campus baseball and softball complex at UW Superior to assist the Spartans program, or the Yellow Jackets, rather. Spartans are the high school team. Next pitch swung and missed. 2-2. Spartans is the high school nickname in Superior. The college is the Yellow Jackets. And that project will cost about $15 million for a new baseball and softball complex in Superior. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Beistel. Bugar taking his time now. Gets set. Winds and throws. High for a ball 3. 3-2. That new facility will be built next to the hockey building, Westman Arena. They'll have artificial turf, dugouts, bullpens, batting cages, seating, and lighting on those diamonds at Superior. Here's the full count pitch. That hit in the air to left field. Shoddy moves back in the gap at deep left center field, reaches up and can't get there. Falls beyond his reach on the warning track. And Beistel rounding second base, onto the third. Might be a play here, but the throw's a bit offline, and Beistel in there safely. Luke Beistel with a 3-base hit to deep left field. And Menomonie has a base runner at third base with 1 out.
Beistel reaches on the air and brings up number 10, Max Erickson.
Understand they now call that an error on the left fielder, Shoddy. So I'll have to change that. 3-base error on the left fielder, Shoddy. Max Erickson batting. High and outside, ball 1. So Marshfield's second error today. That ball kept drifting away from Shoddy and could not get there and make the play. Here's the 1-0 pitch, a swing and a miss. 1-1. Marshfield's second error today. Ball and a strike on Max Erickson with Beistel at third base. Bugar working from the windup. Now delivers. And got the outside corner for a call strike, 1-2. Be Superior hoping to build that new complex by next season, spring of 2027, for baseball and softball. Right now, the Yellow Jackets play their games at the NBC Spartan Complex. That's next to Superior High School. And that's a pretty good complex also. We've been up there for a softball broadcast some years ago between Marshfield and Superior. And Megan Donahue was still playing softball for the Tigers. Won a big regional game up there one night. Next pitch hit in the air to deep center field. Runner will tag. Carl in deep left center field gets there, but falls beyond his reach for a base hit. Erickson scores, and Beistel to second base with a double to left center field. Erickson doubles to the gap in left center field. A run is in as Beistel scores, and Menomonie now leads 5-0.
Erickson's double plates a run and brings up number 4, Andrew Huff.
That would be an unearned run as of right now. That would be an unearned run anyway because Beistel reached on the error. So Menomonie has 5 runs, only 3 earned so far today. The catcher, Andrew Hoff, batting. He struck out his first time up, 0 for 1. Bugar staying in the stretch. Hoff shows bunt. Bunt's third base side, picked up by Bugar. He'll turn, fire to first base, and offline. Hoff is on, and Erickson takes third base. The throw was there in time, but a bit high, and so Langhoff had to leap to grab the throw. And when he was in the air, that's when Hoff crossed the base.
Runners at first and third for number 21, Oliver Lugo.
So that's called an error on Bugar on the throw. Marshfield's second error in this inning. Erickson takes third base on the play. Left fielder Oliver Lugo batting. RBI base hit his first time up. Bugar throws high outside for a ball. Runner going at second base, and the throw is in time. Hoff tossed out. Anderson to the shortstop, Sadowska, for the second out on that play. Erickson holds at third base. Lugo back in there. The count 1 ball, no strikes. And Bugar throws, but outside for a ball. 2-0. So Menomonie now on top, 5-0. Mustangs batting top of the third. Runner at third base and 2 outs. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Half swing at a high fastball, and they'll ring him up. 2-1. A couple of errors against the Tiger defense in this inning. Now Bugar ready, throws once again. High and outside for a ball, 3-1. Only one run so far this inning is earned. Bugar throws again, foul back behind home plate. Count goes full, 3-2. Lots of pitches for Dayton Bugar today. Can't really see the bullpen from here to see if somebody's throwing, but I'm sure somebody will be fairly soon, as Bugar has thrown lots of pitches this afternoon. 3-2 on Oliver Lugo. He digs in once again, batting left-handed. Bugar into his motion. Now winds and delivers. High for ball 4. Third walk issued by Bugar today. And leadoff man Charlie Micasel batting. Micasel has bounced back to Bugar and singled 1 for 2.
Bringing up number 1, Charlie Micasel.
You're listening to Marshfield Tiger Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, and ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio at Safford Field in Marshfield. Micasel stands in, Bugar from the stretch. Runner goes, pitches hit in the air down the left field line. The third baseman, Zaleski, giving chase in foul ground, and can't get there. Falls out of play for strike 1. Our score is Menomonie 5, Marshfield nothing. Menomonie batting in the top half of the third. 2 out, and runners at first and third. Count on Charlie Micasel, no balls and 1 strike. Micasel stands back in there. Bugar in the stretch. We'll see if Lugo goes again. He's on the move, pitch on the way. Popped up on the left side. Sadowska at shortstop calls, makes the catch to end the inning. Menomonie in the third. 2 runs, only 1 earned on 2 hits. 2 errors. A walk, 2 men left on base. We played 2.5 innings, and our score is Menomonie 5, Marshfield nothing. Back with more baseball following these messages.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Marshfield Tiger Baseball this afternoon here on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. Menomonie leads 5-0. Tigers batting here in the home half of the third inning. Left-hander Bailey Casey throwing for Menomonie today. He's allowed no runs on 3 hits so far this afternoon. Leadoff man Jacob Sadowska will step in and start the Tiger third inning. Jacob has bounced back to the pitcher. His only other plate appearance, he's 0 for 1. Sadowska batting left-handed. He'll dig in against Bailey Casey. Lefty versus lefty here. And Casey winds and throws. High and outside, ball 1. Menomonie now leads 5-0 as Marshfield bats. Bottom half of the third inning here at Safford Field this afternoon. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. That's hit down the third base side, but going foul, out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jacob Sadowska, a veteran ball player on this Marshfield Tiger ball club. Tigers don't have that many veterans this year, but he is one of them. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Breaks a bit outside for ball, 2-1. Speaking of veteran Tigers, by the way, Chase Robinson now playing college baseball at St. Mary's of Winona. He's not seen much action so far this year, but he's on the roster. Next pitch, chop back to the box, grabbed by Casey. Goes to first base in time for the out. So Sadowska now has bounced back to Casey twice today. 1 quick out of the Marshfield third. And here comes the pitcher, Dayton Bugar, singled his first time up. He is 1 for 1. Bugar batting right-handed. Has that open stance. Pitch on the way. That's a bit low for ball. 1 ball, no strikes. More baseball action Monday afternoon as the Marshfield Tigers meet Wausau East at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Nice breaking ball. It's a cross for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that game will be broadcast on Monday right here on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and WOSQFM.com, and ZaleskiSports.com. 1-1 pitch, a big swing and a miss. Our pregame report Monday at 4:45. Marshfield and Wausau East Monday on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. Here's the 1-2 delivery. That bounces in. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dayton Bugar pitching for Marshfield today, trying to eat away at that Tiger deficit here in the third inning. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Casey working from the windup. Throws once again. Hit in the air towards left center field. The center fielder, Asher, comes over and grabs it for the out. Hit well by Bugar, but tracked down by Liam Asher for out number 2.
Bugar flies out to center, bringing up number 5, Jackson Zaleski.
Batting next for Marshfield is the third baseman, Jackson Zaleski. Flied to right his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Still a pretty good breeze out there. Temperature about 41 degrees right now, so rather chilly. Casey winds and throws. Breaking ball, misses inside for ball 1. Menomonie on top, 5-0. Marshfield batting. Bottom half of the third. Bases empty and 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes on Jackson Zaleski. Now Casey throws once again. And that's a cross for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Casey approaching 50 pitches at this point. His pitch total not too bad today. He throws 1-1. That's hit in the air towards right field. Kellen Turner drifting back. Gets there and grabs it for the third out. In the third for Marshfield, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We played 3 innings and our score is Menomonie 5 and Marshfield 0. And we'll come back for more baseball following these words.
Due up for the Mustangs are Casey, Mars, and Middlestadt.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip,
I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Bugar, by our count, now at 72 pitches through 3 innings. Pretty large total. So he may not be around much longer. He'll face the 2, 3, and 4 men in the Menomonie batting order here in the 4th inning. Well, we do have a new Tiger pitcher, it looks like.
Note the pitching change. Yeah, who is it? Polga. Polga? Thank you. Polga to pitch for
Mason Polga, a right-hander, will now pitch for the Tigers. As Dayton Bugar is pulled, Mason Polga is the new pitcher. We'll give you the line on Bugar momentarily. Bailey Casey leads off the Menomonie 4th. First pitch high and tight for ball 1. Menomonie on top, 5-0. As they bat here in the top half of the 4th inning. Casey has walked and scored and bounced to first tonight. So Bugar goes 3 innings today. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Polga. Outside for ball 2-0. Bugar goes 3 innings. Allowed 5 runs, 3 earned on 5 hits. Next pitch, chop back up the middle. At second base, Will behind the bag grabs it, throws to first base just in time for the out. Well done by freshman second baseman John Will for out number 1. Bugar goes 3 innings, allowed 5 runs, 3 earned on 5 hits. He walked 3, struck out 2, hit 1, and threw 2 wild pitches.
Now bat number 2, Taylor Mars.
Next batter for Menomonie is the second baseman Taylor Mars. Takes a pitch inside for ball 1. Mars an RBI double and scored his first time up. He's also flied to left. He's 1 for 2. He is the number 3 man for Menomonie. It's a high drive to deep left center field. Carl back in the gap, reaches up and makes the play in left center field. Well done by the center fielder Brody Carl, tracking that down that long drive at the fence in left center. And Mars retired for out number 2. And that brings up the Menomonie DH, Landon Middlestad. He has singled and scored and bounced to second. Right-hander Mason Polga now throwing for Marshfield. From the stretch. Delivers. Foul to the left side of the play for strike 1. Menomonie on top 5-0 as they bat top of the 4th. Bases empty and 2 outs. Polga from the stretch. Big curveball high and outside for ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's the first we've seen Mason Polga on the mound for Marshfield, a newcomer to the Tiger varsity program. Count on Middlestat 1-1. Here's the pitch. Bunted foul on the third base side. Count now 1-2. Rough outing for Dayton Bugar, starting for Marshfield today. And he leaves as the pitcher of record on the losing side. Middlestad back in there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Polgar ready once again. Big curveball high and outside for ball, 2-2. Once again, the Tigers missing the man who would likely be their number 1 hurler this year, Tyler Kramer, due to injury. Next pitch rides high and tight for ball 3, 3-2. So Marshfield kind of scrambling to find some pitching depth this year. A lot of guys can throw, but no one really the number 1 guy, the real quality ace of the staff with the Kramer sidelined. Full count pitch, wrapped to the right side, cut off by Langhoff, the first baseman. He then drops the ball, throws to the pitcher covering a bit late. And Middlestad reaches on, will be an error on the first baseman, Langhoff. Tough play for Langhoff, but he got there. Got a glove on the ball, but could not corral it. That's 4 Tiger errors in this ball game. And brings up right fielder Kellen Turner. He has been hit by a pitch and bounced back to the pitcher. 0 for 1. Turner batting right-handed, number 5 man in the Menomonie batting order today. Polgar throws here. Popped up foul on the first base side of the play for strike 1. Well, on this date in baseball history, in 1913, the New York Yankees played their very first game as the New York Yankees and played the Washington Senators. Polgar from the stretch. Throws, high fly ball to center field. Brody Carl comes in quickly, gets there, makes the catch to retire the side. In the 4th for Menomonie, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. Now we've played 3.5 innings, and our score remains Menomonie 5 and Marshfield nothing. And more baseball following these messages.
Rigel Plumbing and Heating in Marshfield, your local Amana dealer. Call Rigel Plumbing and Heating today to make sure your furnace is ready for the winter ahead. For expertise, honesty, and stellar service, look no further than Heritage Auto Body. Heritage Auto Body has free estimates and works with your insurance. Heritage Auto Body on Heritage Drive in Marshfield.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
We hope you're enjoying baseball today here on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. Marshfield Tigers and Menomonie Mustangs meeting today in this non-conference matchup at Safford Field in Marshfield. Menomonie on top 5-0 as Marshfield bats in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 4, 5, and 6 men due up for Marshfield here in the 4th. Leadoff man is catcher Mason Anderson, called on strikes his first time up. He is 0 for 1.
Leading out for the Tigers, number 7, Mason Anderson.
Anderson stands in, facing Menomonie left-hander Bailey Casey. Casey winds and throws a curveball high and outside for ball 1. Menomonie on top 5-0 as Marshfield bats bottom half of the 4th here at Safford Field. 1-0 pitch on the way. Line to center field. That drops for a base hit. Solid single to center field for Mason Anderson. Marshfield has a leadoff base runner here in the 4th inning.
Anderson with the leadoff single brings up number 22, Tyler Kump.
Here's Marshfield's right fielder Tyler Kump. Bounced to second his first time up. Tyler 0 for 1 on the day. Stands in, batting left-handed. Anderson off first base. Casey checks in. Pitch on the way. Chop foul to the screen for strike one. Once again, Casey is a left-hander, and so base runners have a tough time adjusting to that pickoff move. As Casey made that last pitch to come, Anderson at first base was diving back to the bag. Takes a good lead here. Casey now throws. Half swing, and looks like Cum laid off for a ball. The pitch was low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Younger base runners always have a tough time adjusting to that pickoff move by a left-hander. They don't know if it's coming or not, so they're very cautious, and Casey is a lefty. 1 ball, 1 strike on Tyler Cum. Casey sets once again. And now throws. That pitch in there for a called strike, 1-2. Talked about the Yankees playing their first game as the Yankees on this date in 1913. Prior to that, they were known as the New York Highlanders. They began in the American League in 1903, then became the Highlanders right away. Here's the 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball high and outside for ball, 2-2. But became the Yankees officially in 1913. And they played their first game as the Yankees on this date that year and lost to Washington 2-1. Good lead at first base by Anderson. He's going to bluff a start, but the pitch is on the inside corner for called strike 3. And Tyler Cum out on strikes. Second strikeout for Bailey Casey today. With 1 out, the batter is center fielder Brody Carl. Fly to right his first time up, 0 for 1.
The strikeout brings up number 4, Brody Carl.
Casey back on the rubber, checks Anderson at first base. Toss to first base, throws high, but grabbed by the first baseman Beistel as Anderson dives back in safely. That win by Walter Johnson back in 1913, he allowed the Yankees 1 unearned run. And Washington won that game 2-1. And that began a long scoreless streak for Walter Johnson. Runner bluffs a start, and Carl takes high for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Menomonie on top, 5-0. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the 4th, 1 out, 1 on. 1 ball, no strikes on Brody Carl. Casey ready. Throws once again. Grounded foul on the third base side. 1-1 once again as Casey made that delivery. Anderson was diving back to first base. So he's really very cautious with that left-hander on the mound and apparently confused about his would-be pickoff move. Carl back in there, 1 ball, 1 strike. Casey checks the base runner. Pitch on the way, rides outside for a ball, 2-1. With that performance by Walter Johnson on this date, 1913, allowing no earned runs that day, he began a streak of 56 consecutive innings. Next pitch is hit in the air to deep left field. Lugo goes back, gets there, having some trouble out there, but makes the catch. Anderson back to first base. Lugo kind of turning himself around in left field to find the baseball, finally did. Makes the play for the second out. And Mason Anderson back to first base with 2 outs for first baseman Dylan Langhoff, who singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Johnson's string of shutout innings reached 56 before the St. Louis Browns scored a run against him on May 14th. Pickoff throw to first base. Anderson dives back in safely. Walter Johnson, one of the great hurlers of all time. His entire career with the Washington Senators. Langhoff back in there. Casey now throws. High for ball 1. It's a dark, overcast day, and again, this is an unlit facility here at Safford Field. Makes it a bit more difficult for the batters today. Time is called as Langhoff gets tired of waiting for Casey to make the pitch. No 15-second count here in high school baseball like they have in the major leagues these days. 1 ball, no strikes on Dylan Langhoff. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball floats a bit low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marshfield Tigers in their season opener today against the Menomonie Mustangs. Here's the 1-1 delivery, chopped towards second base. Mars will scoop it up, drop it, pick it back up, and throw just in time to end the inning. Marshfield in the 4th. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 man left on base. After 4 innings, our score is Menomonie 5, Marshfield nothing. And back with more baseball following these messages.
Retirement is a balancing act because everyone's financial situation is unique. A reverse mortgage loan can transform your home's equity into accessible cash, whether it's to pay off your mortgage, cover bills, or fund your dreams.
The cash is there if we need it, and it just takes a little stress off of our lives.
You have something else to fall back on?
Call me, Josh Kilty, your local retirement mortgage specialist, for a free consultation to help bring financial stability to your life.
Man, that furnace is just going down and retirement's not working out how we wanted to have it happen. What can we do?
Let's see what Donnie has to say.
At Citizens Financial Services, located at Citizens State Bank, we specialize in developing unique plans for our clients to provide guidance in retirement. A customized plan starts with your goals, your needs, paired with a well-thought-out strategy to address those goals.
I think this is going to work.
To set up a time, call me, Donnie Snyder, at 715-486-8151.
Now more baseball here on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. Marshfield Tigers and Menomonie meeting. A non-conference matchup this afternoon. Menomonie leads by 5 as they bat top half of the 5th inning. Mason Polga, the second Marshfield pitcher of the day, on the mound for the Tigers. And he'll face Menomonie's 6, 7, and 8 men here in the 5th inning. Rather cool today, temperatures in the low 40s. But a good group of fans out here enjoying baseball this afternoon. Leadoff man for Menomonie is the first baseman Luke Beistel. He has struck out and reached base on an error and scored. Tigers have committed 4 errors in this ball game. Polga from the stretch throws a swing and a miss for strike 1. Menomonie leads at 5-0 as they bat top half of the 5th here at Safford Field. Here's the 0-1 delivery, and that is thrown behind the batter to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beistel back in there. Pitch from Polga rides high for a ball, 2-1. Season opener for the Marshfield Tigers today. Menomonie did play 1 game earlier this week, knocking off Wausau West. Now the 2-1 delivery, and that's high for ball 3. Polga now going high with a lot of his pitches. And he's making his Marshfield Tiger debut, as are several other Tigers today. The count on Beistel, 3 balls and 1 strike. Polga gets set, throws again, turns him away inside for ball 4. Leadoff base runner for Menomonie here in the 5th inning. The third baseman, Max Erickson, now batting. Erickson has walked and scored and doubled home a run. 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored.
The walk brings up
hitting left-handed.
Max Erickson.
Menomonie has 4 lefties in their batting order today. Polga throws high for a ball. Runner is going, and he is out at second base. Mason Anderson with two throws to nab stolen base runners today. Beistel tossed out trying to steal. That's out number 1. Count on Erickson, no balls, 1 strike. He fouls one back. I guess the first pitch was a ball. Mr. Hall has changed the call on that one. So count now 1 ball, 1 strike on Max Erickson. Batting with the bases empty and 1 out. Erickson digs in once again. He may have changed it again. It might be 0-2. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a call and strike. And now I guess it is 1-2. Not sure of the count here. Apparently 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter Max Erickson. Polga steps off. Polga in relief of Dayton Bugar, who got the start for Marshfield today. Now Erickson back in there. Polga ready, sets and delivers. Nice breaking ball across for a called strike 3. Polga's first strikeout today. 2 outs, and the catcher Andrew Hoff now batting for Menomonie. Hoff has struck out and reached base on an error. He's 0 for 2.
Now batting number 4, Andrew Hoff.
Number 8 man in the Menomonie batting order today. Here's the pitch by Polga. Fastball rides down low for ball 1. Menomonie leads 5-0 as they bat. Top of the 5th, bases empty and 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes on Andrew Hoff. Next pitch, foul behind home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the high school softball schedule for today, Pittsfield Panthers facing Rosholt at the Green Space in Pittsfield this afternoon. Loyal Greenwood at Neilsville Granton this afternoon. Thorpe at Bloomer. Elk Mound at Stanley Boyd. Regis at Cadott. Owen Withy at Bruce. Polga throws again, low and outside for a ball, 2-1. Mosney is at Tomahawk. Elko at Newman. High school softball action today. Mellon at Phillips this afternoon as well. Holman is playing a doubleheader at Wisconsin Rapids today. Polga throws once again and got the outside corner for a call and strike, 2-2. Also in softball today, Pacelli at DC Everest, Lakeland at Medford, Northland Pines at Miro, and Antigo at Rhinelander. High school softball action around central Wisconsin today. Polga from the stretch throws once again up and in for a ball. And the count on Andrew Hoff now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hoff stands ready. And Polga delivers. Polga, a 2-out base runner for Menomonie, and their hitter is the left fielder Oliver Lugo. Produced an RBI base hit back in the second. He's also walked today. 1 for 1 with an RBI. Lugo batting left-handed, digs in. Good lead by Hoff at first base. Polga will check him. And the pitch on the way. It's a cross for a called strike 1. Rather dark, overcast day, so the lighting conditions right now not the best. Again, this is an unlit facility. So a bit on the dark side as we get to the later innings. Here's a foul to the left side of the play. 0-2 on Oliver Lugo. Mason Polga on the mound for Marshfield, the second Tiger pitcher today. He's a hit here, 0-2, but Lugo steps out on him. Off the man at first base with 2 outs. Lugo digs in once again. Polga ready. And now delivers. Swing and chop back towards the mound. Picked up by Polga. Plays to first base in time to end the inning. In the fifth for Menomonie, no runs on no hits, no errors, 2 walks, 1 man left on base. After 4.5 innings, our score is Menomonie 5 and Marshfield nothing. We'll come back with more baseball in just a moment.
I got referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with a smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
Tigers and Menomonie Mustangs meeting in this matchup this afternoon. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the fifth, down by 5. Bailey Casey in command on the mound for Menomonie. He's allowed no runs on just 4 hits, walked none, struck out 2 in the first 4 innings today. Bayard County's thrown 62 pitches so far this afternoon. Casey closing out his warm-up throws here. Marshfield sending up their 8, 9, and 1 men to face him here in the 5th inning. First man up this inning is left fielder Bryce Shoddy. He's 1 for 1 with a base hit back in the 2nd inning.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 9, Bryce Shoddy.
Shoddy batting left-handed. Stands in against the lefty Bailey Casey. Casey ready, winds and fires. And that pitch across for called strike 1. Menomonie leads it 5-0. Marshfield batting in the last half of the 5th inning here at Southworth Field this afternoon. 0-1 delivery, curveball hit foul on the third base side of the play. 0-2. Tigers are really not threatened today. Only once today as Marshfield has a man at second base. That was back in the 2nd inning when Langhoff and Shoddy produced back-to-back singles with 2 outs. Casey throws again. Fastball missed low and outside. 1-2. So Bailey Casey in command for the Menomonie Mustangs this afternoon. He's ahead here, a ball and 2 strikes. Casey into his motion. And delivers a curveball, whacked to right field for a base hit. Bryce Shoddy has his 2nd hit today. 5 Marshfield hits this afternoon. Tigers have a leadoff base runner for the second baseman John Will, who flied to right his first time up, 0 for 1.
Shoddy laces a single to right and brings up number 1, John Will.
Will, a freshman, the number 9 man in Marshfield's batting order today, making his varsity debut this afternoon. Bailey gets set and throws. Inside, ball 1. Nice crowd still on hand watching baseball this afternoon. That crowd has not dissipated despite the cool conditions and Marshfield's 5-run deficit. 1-0 pitch low and inside for ball, 2-0. Tigers and Menomonie baseball this afternoon here at Southworth Field. Two balls, no strikes on John Will. He stands back in there. Casey gets set. Throws once again. That pitch over at the knees, a called strike. 2-1. Tigers trying to claw back into it today. They're down by 5. 2-1 pitch fouled over the screen. 2-2. John Will, the only freshman on this Tiger baseball roster this year, and earns the starting job at second base, at least for the season opener. Made a couple of plays at second base. Hit the ball well to right field his first time up. Now the 2-2 pitch on the way. Chop back to Casey. He'll turn, go to second for 1. On to first base a bit high, and Will beats it out. So Shoddy taken off the bases at second base. That's out number 1 on the fielder's choice. Will becomes the base runner at first.
Will reaches on the fielder's choice, bringing up number 3, Jacob Sadowska.
Menomonie coach is on the field. And he wants Rich Hold to ask Jim Krieger. He wants them to confer perhaps on that play at first base. Or perhaps to ask if there was interference on Shoddy at second base on the throw. But right now the umpires are discussing the situation, whatever that might be. Jim Krieger shaking his head no. And it looks like the call will stand. So Shoddy out at second base. And Will now the base runner at first base with 1 out for leadoff man Jacob Sadowska. Jacob has twice today bounced back to the pitcher. He's 0 for 2. Casey again from the stretch. His pitch on the way, low and outside, ball 1. It's Menomonie 5, Marshfield nothing. Marshfield batting in the bottom half of the 5th. 1 out, 1 on. 1 ball, no strikes on Jacob Sadowska. Casey throws once again, a big curveball, high and tight for, looks like it got the inside corner from Rich Hole. For a called strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Will off first base. Casey will check him. And now the pitch. Hit in the air down the left field foul line. Lugo giving chase. Ball falls foul, out of play. 1-2. Marshfield Tiger baseball this afternoon brought to us by Quality Roofing of Marshfield. Commercial roofing and sheet metal services throughout Wisconsin, and they support all Central Wisconsin athletes. That's Quality Roofing of Marshfield. Ball and 2 strikes on Jacob Sadowska. He digs in once again. Casey ready and throws low and outside for a ball. 2-2. All scoring in this ball game in the first 3 innings. We're now in the 5th. Marshfield down by 5. Sadowska back in there. Will off first base, and Casey checks him. And the 2-2 pitch. Nice breaking ball, but floats a bit inside for ball 3. Pretty close. But the count on Sadowska now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Will a short lead at first base. Casey checks him. And the full count pitch hit towards second base. Mars goes to Micasell for 1. That's all they'll get. So Will forced at second base on the ground out for out number 2. And on the fielder's choice, Sadowska now at first base. Dayton Bugar now serving as the DH will bat for Marshfield. Dayton was the starting pitcher for Marshfield. Was replaced on the mound by Mason Pulga, but stays in the ballgame as the DH. And Dayton today has singled and flied to center. Before he bats, Menomonie coach on the field to discuss strategy and see how his pitcher is doing.
They took him out in the 3rd inning.
Casey now with 77 pitches by our count.
But it depends how many days they want to give them off in between. But 70 is a big number. At this time. No.
So the discussion continues between the Menomonie coaching staff and the infielders. Looks like Casey will stay out there. So no pitching change made here. As Dayton Bugard digs in with a base runner at first base and 2 outs. Bugard batting right-handed. At severely open stance. Casey throws here, low and inside, ball 1. Menomonie leads at 5-0 as Marshfield bats, bottom half of the 5th. Base runner at first base and 2 outs. Casey taking his time here. Now Bugard steps out on him. Sadowska runs well at first base, gets a good lead down there. Casey now throws off the glove of the catcher, Hoff, but no advance by Sadowska. Didn't go very far. The count on Bugard now 2-0. Tigers looking for runs. They're down by 5 as they bat here in the 5th inning. Casey again gets set and delivers. Low and outside for ball, 3-0. Bailey Casey has been in command so far today, allowed no runs on 5 hits. He's behind here, 3-0. The pitch to Bugard. Breaks across for called strike. Count now 3-1. Bugard, the number 2 man in the Marshfield batting order today. Stands back in there. Pitch on the way. Low and inside for ball 4. First walk issued by Casey today. And Marshfield has base runners at first and second with 2 outs. For the third baseman, Jackson Zaleski, he has twice flied to right tonight, 0 for 2. Columbus Dons get a win today as they knock off Neilsville 6-1 over Jack Hackman Field. Zaleski stands in there. Casey from the stretch. And he throws. It's over for called strike 1. Menomonie 5, Marshfield nothing. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the 5th. 2 out, 2 on. 0-1 on Jackson Zaleski. Casey from the stretch. Runners going. Pitch is low for a ball, no throw. Sadowska took off. He steals third base. Bugard holds at first base. The count on Zaleski now 1-1. It may have been a play that Sadowska made on his own, thinking that he saw something in Casey's delivery. Perhaps that Casey was not really paying attention to him, so he just took off and stole third base on his own. The count on Zaleski now 1-1. Casey stays in the stretch here. And his pitch on the way. Breaking ball. It's over at the letters of called strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes on Jackson Zaleski. Batting right-handed. Tigers need some runs. They're down by 5. Casey ready. He throws once again. Swung on and fouled over the screen on the play. Count stays 1-2. Marshfield Tigers season opener today. Marshfield and Menomonie meeting in this non-conference matchup this afternoon. Once again, the 1-2 pitch fouled back. Zaleski hanging in there. The count stays 1-2. And Jackson stands back in there once again. Casey ready, gets set, and delivers. Hit down the right field foul line, curving and falling just foul. That ball ticketed for the right field corner, but just missed. Fell in foul ground. Still 1-2 on Jackson Zaleski. Zaleski back in there. Casey ready. Fires a curveball. That's in there for a called strike 3. Nice pitch by Bailey Casey to end the inning. That's third strikeout for Casey today. Marshfield in the 5th. No runs on 1 hit. No errors, a walk, and 2 men left on base. After 5 innings, our score is Menomonie 5, Marshfield nothing. Back with more baseball in just a moment.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Get fresh meats and cheeses every day at Smith Brothers Meats. Let Smith Brothers Meats cater your next event. Smith Brothers Meats of Colby open Monday through Saturday. When buying or selling, Brock & Decker Real Estate is the team you need by your side. Call Sammy or Sue today and visit on North Central Avenue, Brock & Decker.
We're following high school baseball today here on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. Marshfield Tigers taking on Menomonie this afternoon in this non-conference matchup. Reliever Mason Polga on the mound for Marshfield. Relief of Dayton Bugar. And he'll face the 4, 5, and 6 men in the Menomonie batting order here in the 6th inning. Leadoff batter for Marshfield is the catcher Mason Anderson, cleanup man. He has singled and struck out today, 1 for 2. Right-handed batter. Polga working from the stretch. Starting his 3rd inning of relief of Dayton Bugar. First pitch over at the letters, a called strike 1. Menomonie on top 5-0 as they bat in the top half of the 6th inning here at Safford Field. Polga throws once again. Shot to left center field for a base hit. Cut off by the center fielder, Asher. A base hit for Mikasel.
Check that, number 22, Easton Anderson.
And the batter now for Menomonie is Easton Anderson, batting for the pitcher, Bailey Casey. Polga from the stretch. Sets and delivers a breaking ball high for ball 1. That's Mikasel's 2nd hit today. 6 hits, or 7 hits rather, for Menomonie this afternoon. Polga again from the stretch. Throws a big swing and a miss. 1-1. Cool evening here in central Wisconsin. Marshfield and Menomonie opening their baseball seasons today. Or Marshfield does. Menomonie has played 1 game already. 1-1 pitch is a cross for a called strike, and the count on Anderson, 1-2. We'll see if Casey comes out to pitch in the Bottom half of this inning. Polga from the stretch, checking the base runner at first base. That's Mikasel. He now throws 1-2, a swing and a miss. And Easton Anderson out on strikes. Polga's second strikeout. Here comes the second baseman, Taylor Mars. Mars has doubled and scored, fly to left and fly to center. Mars, the number 3 man in the Menomonie batting order today. Polga checks the base runner. And a balk has been called. The batter, Mars, began to step out of the batter's box, but was not granted timeout. Polga saw him step out, so he thought time had been called, so he did not make his pitch. Normally that would be a balk, but now they are sending Mikasel back to first base. And the Menomonie coach comes out to argue this point. When Polga saw the batter step out, he stopped his motion. That normally would be a balk. Unless Jim Krieger, the base umpire, gave the timeout, he may have done that. And so Mikasel goes back to first base. Still no count on Taylor Mars. Mars now stands in. Polga from the stretch. Sets and delivers. Ground ball to third. And goes foul just outside the bag. 0-1. Menomonie leads this ball game 5-0 as they bat top of the 6th. 1 out, 1 on. Count on Taylor Mars. No balls and 1 strike. Mars stands back in, right-handed batter, slightly open stance. Polga ready. He throws a breaking ball low and outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. I want to congratulate the young ladies who made the Marywood Conference All-Conference South Division volleyball team in the fall of 2025. Some very talented ball players on that All-Conference squad this year. Polga ready. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to deep short. Grabbed by Sadowski, but he has no play. Off his glove in a shallow left field. And all hands are safe. That ball hit to deep short. So he'll give Mars an infield single. Mikasel stops at second base. Runners at first and second. Only 1 out. The DH Landon Middlestad batting. He has bounced to second, singled and scored, and reached base on an error tonight. 1 for 3. Polga working from the stretch. Gets set and delivers. Ground ball towards second base. Grabbed by Will. Sadowski for 1 on to first base. A wild throw, but gets away from the first baseman Langhoff. He grabs it quickly. No further advance. Mars forced at second base for out number 2. On the play, Mikasel takes third. And Middlestad now the base runner at first base on the fielder's choice. And right fielder Kellen Turner now batting. Turner 0 for 2. He's also been hit by a pitch. Has bounced back to the pitcher and fly to center tonight. Turner stands in. And Polga gets ready. And now delivers. Fly ball down the right field line. A tough chance for Tyler Cum, but he gets there, crossing the foul line, makes the catch to end the inning. Menomonie in the 6th. No runs on 2 hits. No errors, 2 men left on base. After 5.5 innings of play, our score is Menomonie 5 and the Marshfield Tigers nothing. And back with more baseball in just a moment.
2 hits, no errors.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
New pitcher for Menomonie, Cade Lamb, a right-hander, comes in to pitch for the Mustangs. First man he'll face in the Marshfield 6th. Catcher Mason Anderson hits one to the third baseline, bobbled by the third baseman Erickson. He'll have no play. Anderson reaches. On that hot shot on the left field foul line. They'll call it an error on the third baseman Erickson, the first Menomonie error of the day. Marshfield batter now is Lucas Halen, batting for Tyler Cum. Pitch to Halen in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher Hoff. But Anderson takes off, takes second base. Wild pitch charge to Lamb. And the count on Halen, 1-0. Lucas Halen batting for Marshfield. Hitting right-handed. Cade Lamb, the new pitcher for Menomonie. We'll give you Casey's line momentarily. Lamb, a right-hander, gets set and throws a swing and a miss. 1-1 on Halen. Casey goes 5 innings today. Allowed no runs on 5 hits. Walked 1, struck out 3. So a good job by the Menomonie starter, Bailey Casey. He's the pitcher of record on the winning side. As his ball club leads by 5 here in the 6th inning. 1-1 on Lucas Halen. Lamb again from the stretch. He throws a swing and a miss. 1-2. And that is strike 3. Halen in on strikes. It's out number 1. Brody Curl, now batting, Tiger center fielder, has flied to right and flied to left tonight. 0 for 2. Lamb from the stretch. Sets and delivers. And that pitch a bit outside for ball 1. Menomonie on top 5-0 as Marshfield bats, bottom half of the 6th. Runner at second base and 1 out. 1-0 pitch to Brody Carl. That's outside for ball, 2-0. Mentioned earlier, the Marywood South All-Conference team from the fall of 2025. First-team players, Sydney Wolf of Auburndale, Caitlin Hartnady, Edison Nowak, and Nakeen Ellenbecker, all of Edgar. Long look by Lamb, 2-0 pitch, a big swing and a miss. 2-1. Also Emma Love and Camille Sobolewski of Newman, or Emma Love of Marathon, Camille Sobolewski of Newman, and Tria Tubbs of Stratford on that Marywood South All-Conference volleyball team this season. 2-1 pitch, ground ball back up the middle, smothered by the shortstop Micasel, but he'll have no play. Infield hit for Brody Carl. That sends Anderson to third base. So the Tigers have base runners at first and third for first baseman Dylan Langhoff. Langhoff has singled and bounced to second tonight, 1 for 2. Six hits for Marshfield in this ball game today, all singles. Langhoff batting left-handed. Lamb is set. He throws and missed the outside corner for ball 1. Marywood South Volleyball Player of the Year, Camille Sobolewski of Newman. Coach of the Year, Evan Krebsbach of Edgar. Here's the 1-0 delivery. And that is a cross for called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers down by 5 as they bat here in the 6th. Rather dark out there right now. Here's the 1-1 delivery. That's outside for a ball, 2-1. Now Lamb gets set once again. And the 2-1 delivery. Outside for a ball, throw to second base. And the base runner there is out. Carl tossed out trying to steal. And the runner at third base, Anderson, holds his ground. Carl tossed out, trying to steal. That's out number 2. Lamb now working from the wind-up position. The pitch to Langhoff is knocked to center field, left center field for a base hit. Langhoff singles, Anderson scores, and Marshfield on the scoreboard. The Tigers trailing 5-1. Dylan Langhoff, RBI base hit.
Langhoff single, plates a run, and brings up
to bring in Marshfield's first run of the day.
11 for the Tigers.
Jackson Wernberg now batting for Marshfield in place of Bryce Shoddy. Jackson Wernberg, the pitcher, batting right-handed. Lamb throws over. The letters are called strike 1. So Marshfield now trails 5-1. Tigers batting bottom half of the 6th. Runner at first base and 2 outs. Lamb throws once again. A swing and a miss. 0-2. Cade Lamb in relief of starter Bailey Casey, who did quite a job for Menomonie tonight. 0-2 pitch on the way. That's outside for ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, this is not a lit facility, so it's rather dark out there right now. Clouds moving in. Next pitch is a bit low for a ball. 2-2 on Jackson Wernberg. Jackson played some last year. Back on the Tiger roster again this year. Stands in, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lamb again from the stretch. Gets set and throws low and blocked nicely by the catcher Hoff. That's ball 3. And the count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 outs, Langhoff at first base will be on the move with the pitch. 3-2 the count. Lamb gets set and throws. Ground ball towards third. Grabbed by Erickson. Fires across the diamond in time to end the inning. In the sixth for Marshfield, 1 run on 2 hits. 1 error. And 1 man left on base. After 6 innings, our score is Menomonie 5 and Marshfield 1. And more baseball coming up following these messages.
Simplicity Credit Union brings home the win with great mobile options and the right loan for your family, business, and home. Check them out at simplicity.coop today. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. Set up a free consultation today at Bruce Orthodontics. They're changing lives one smile at a time.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Leading off, number 9, Luke Beistel.
First baseman Luke Beistel leads off the Menomonie 7th against Mason Polga of Marshfield. Polga's first pitch on the outside corner for a called strike 1. It's Menomonie 5, Marshfield 1. Menomonie batting in the top half of the 7th. Polga throws again. And that ball line right at the third baseman Zaleski for out number 1. Hit hard by Beistel, but right at Zaleski for the first out. 1 man down. Here's the third baseman, Max Erickson. He has walked and scored, doubled, and struck out tonight. 1 for 2. Polga ready and throws a swing and a miss for strike 1. Rather dark here, but we're going to try to get this 7th inning played quickly. Close out this ball game. Here's a ground ball toward shortstop. Sadowski will charge, grab it, fire on the run, in time for the out. So 4 pitches and 2 outs here in the Menomonie 7th. Catcher Andrew Hoff now batting. Hoff has struck out, reached base in an error, and walked. He's 0 for 2. Mason Polga, the second Marshfield pitcher. He relieved Dayton Bugar after the 3rd inning. Hoff stands in. Polga throws. Over for a called strike 1. Menomonie 5, Marshfield 1. Menomonie batting in the top half of the 7th. 0-1 pitch on the way. High and tight for ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Polga working quickly. Fires a pitch over Hoff's head for a ball. 2-1. Hoff batting number 8 in the Menomonie batting order tonight. Stands back in there. There's a line shot towards second base. 1 hopped by Sadowska. Throws to first base in time to end the inning. In the 7th for Menomonie, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 6.5, it's Menomonie 5 and Marshfield 1. And we'll come back with more baseball in just a moment.
Are Will, Sadowska, and Bugar.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale. We have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Tigers taking on Menomonie this afternoon. Menomonie on top 5-1 as Marshfield bats bottom half of the 7th inning. Cade Lamb starting his 2nd inning of work in relief for Menomonie. He'll face the 9-1-2 batters in the Marshfield batting order here in the bottom half of the 7th. Conditions rather dark right now. Again, no lights here at Safford Field. And we have a cloudy evening. But both ball clubs want to get this ball game completed in 7 innings. John Will leads off. He's flied to right and bounced into a fielder's choice, 0 for 2 on the day. Cade Lamb on the mound for Menomonie.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 15, John Will.
Will stands in. Lamb, a right-hander from Menomonie. Taking a long time getting his sign, now gets it and delivers. Over for a call, strike 1. Menomonie 5, Marshfield 1. Marshfield batting bottom half of the 7th here at Safford Field. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit down the third base side, but rolling foul. The count now 0-2. Lots of fans sticking around to see this one to its conclusion. Here's a swing and a miss, and Will out on strikes. Second strikeout for Cade Lamb. That's out number 1. Here's Tiger leadoff man Jacob Sadowski. He's twice bounced back to the pitcher. Also bounced into a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 3 on the evening. Batting left-handed. Lamb into his motion. Delivers. High and outside, ball 1. More Baseball Tuesday on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. Spencer Rockets and Columbus Dons. Ground ball towards first base, grabbed by the first baseman, Beistel. He'll step on the bag, and that's out number 2. 2 down in the Marshfield 7th. And the DH, Dayton Bugar, batting. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. He's also flied to center. Spencer and Columbus Tuesday at 4:45 on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. Lamb winds and delivers. Hit in the air towards right field. Turner comes over near the line, reaches up, and makes the catch to end the ball game.
Nice catch to end the game.
Nice running catch by Kellen Turner in right field. That ends the contest. Marshfield in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Our final score this evening, Menomonie 5 and Marshfield 1. We'll have a full recap on our postgame report coming up in just a moment.
Score is 5-1.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Caflagraviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.